Hey YouTube, coming at you with the last not catch cup, the fantasy cup. Let's just start the videos because no one watches these anyways because it is a rough, very limited meta. And because it's a limited meta, this is the balanced team that I ran a lot of the time. So basically, this meta is like 10 Pokemon. The Giratinas, both Origin and Altered. You have your main fairies in uh, ninetales. Tapu Fini is the main one. Slurpuff you've seen a lot, and Galarian Weezing. Uh, and then you have counter users in Escav and Lucario. And once in a while you see Dragonite and just sort of random ones. But that is your meta. So this is basically the most balanced team. And Registeel Berserker I saw as a decent amount as well. So um, this was the balanced team that I put together. I already talked about Giratina Origin multiple times, so I think it's one of the best safe swaps outside of, if you saw the video yesterday, Wigglytuff is the only thing that really walls it. And then Escav, because there are a bunch of steals here. So Escav is a nice counter user to deal with that. And then I have, because Giratina seems to be on 90% of the teams, I put in a Ninetales with Charm. I ran it with Powder Snow the other day. And quite honestly, because I'm seeing so many Galarian Weezings, I would actually prefer. So here's the trade-off. Because there's so many Galarian Weezings, I just think that Powder Snow, even for like the dragons and stuff like that, just being able to spam weather balls on them is probably better. I think that Charm gives you a little more safety in. Galarian Weezing resists it, but you're going to probably get hit with an overheat anyways. It gives you more safety with Tapu Fini, which is on like 90% of teams as well, right? So being able to charm this is not a bad option here. In this matchup, this lead matchup is neutral. I mean, it would be good if I actually hit all the bubbles, but I did not. That's fine. Probably coming Giratina just because force them to throw a Moonblast, and I'll be able to farm up a bunch here if I shield the Moonblast properly, which I do. So now I can basically just farm, and they realize I can farm, so now they're gonna come in here. Here's the thing, like if you do Powder Snows, I'm already at like a Weather Ball plus here. These charms are adding up, but they're already at like 2 sneaks here. Maybe just one short of 2 sneaks, so maybe I will get this off here. And if Tapu comes back in, this is now a better matchup here. Reggie doesn't matter what I come in with because all the moves are resisted anyways. But that is the team. Escav, you're basically only leaving Giratina lead. And like any sort of fire Pokemon, there's only like 1 or 2. Those are the only really ones I would leave. Tapu's fine. Fairies are good. I mean, fairies are tricky with the fire. That's why those are some of the best ones in this meta. But that is it. So let's now just talk because, like I said, no one's watching these videos anyways, which is fine. It's the second last week of the season. It's a crappy league. There's like 10 Pokemon that dominate this meta. I get why people aren't watching. But we are... So I put out a video this morning. If you haven't seen it, go check that out because it is what I think should be potential nerfs and buffs into the upcoming season. I will just go. Next week is Catch Cup and Master League. So again, just please send me any Master League or Catch Cup videos that you have, because I'm putting out a video tomorrow morning going over the top Catch Cup teams, which is Open Great League essentially. And I looked at, you can basically go. I go over in tomorrow's video. You can look at like what Pokemon you have built up over the last like 82 days that you've already like built up and double moved. It's like age 0 to whatever, 81, 82, and basically in not 3 moves or or delete every Pokemon that doesn't have 3 moves. And I have 6 Pokemon, and 2 of those are Little Cup or Ultra League. So I have 4 Pokemon for Catch Cup built up right now. And with a potential move update coming and already hitting Legend, there's no reason for me to build up anymore. So I'll I'll mix and match those 4 for a couple teams. But other than that, maybe I'll go play Master once or twice. I have a Master team from this week that I can showcase. And it's GoFest this weekend, so I'm going to put out at least one GoFest vlog Sunday or Monday. So gives me options that is not just these terrible cups, but if you want to submit videos, that is appreciated. And then need to figure out it again. We'll loop the new season. Always the season goes in cycles for views here. Beginning of the season, very, very high volume because everyone wants to see what these new move updates means. So you'll see like content creators pumping out like 2 or 3 videos a day with these new moves. I will try out the new Pokemon. I will do an analysis on these new moves before I even use them. And like I said, I will use these Pokemon. I pride myself in giving you the honest view of these Pokemon. A lot of content creators just try and create like hype for these Pokemon. Like, oh, you got to see this new Pokemon in action. It's so good. And then it's like, is it though? So I'd rather just like use the Pokemon in a couple sets, even if it's like delayed a few days after the other content creators, just give you like a real opinion on what these new move updates mean. And then, yeah, so the start of the season, everyone wants to see those. It's usually some sort of like Great League, and it's usually like some Great League or some limited Great League Cups, which is generally good for views. Mid-season is where you get sort of like some of the weird cups. You'll get like Ultra League and Master League, but also like a little cup or something like that. And then people are just like, I don't care about that. And then there's like the later half of the season where people are trying to push to Legend. So you start getting like, I hit Legend with this team. And people are like, oh, I want to see that. And then you're at the last 2 weeks of the season where it's like people have either hit Legend or they're not going to hit Legend, or the leagues are been brutal the last 2 weeks, last 2 seasons, right? We're always ending on Master League and a Catch Cup. It seems like there's like a weird Ultra League, Master League second last week. So it's really, really tough to grind for the average player in the last week, 2 weeks of the season. So that's when views dip off. I am seeing that a lot of people are interested in, like, I'm trying to expand the channel a bit. Like, I'm still going to put out like 6 or 7 videos per week with the leagues that are on. That's not going to change. I think that getting out the news ASAP for if an event is announced, like it seems like they have like weekly events now, and some of these are PvP, not PvP focused, but we'll have Pokemon that are good in PvP that you should like be hunting. So I think those videos have been helpful for people, and the views seem to be there for those. So I'll do that. Vlogging, like I said, I'll vlog GoFest. The vlogs are I posted a hilarious meme on Twitter a while ago when I did a vlog, and it was the High School Musical. It's like a gif from High School Musical from the song "Stick to the Status Quo," which basically saying no, stick with the stuff you know. AKA, the vlogs are like 4 times more work for less than half of the views. Which I don't mind doing them once in a while, but it's just like, it's tough when, again, there's a very niche audience here that very much is focused on GBL. And I know some of you, like, those who watch the vlog definitely like the vlog. I always get positive comments on it saying like, oh, this is great, I love this. But it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work for not a lot of reward, unfortunately. But I'll do it once in a while. Like, I'll do the big events. I do plan to go play in the Toronto Regional at the end of October. So perhaps I can vlog a bit more there. And yeah, that's basically it. We'll see how this game goes. I'm collabing with Poke Daxi on a video for his channel again, so I'll be on his channel in the upcoming months. We're still trying to get my part of the video done. It's taking a little longer than expected. But that's basically it. I know there's a new generation of Pokemon coming out, like Gen 9, I think, is coming out. So we'll see. I know as each generation comes out, it gets trickier and trickier to obtain some of these previous Pokemon, right? Because it seems that like as time goes on, you're much less likely to get like like generation like 1 2 Pokemon here. So let me actually just see if I can bring up a Pokemon Pokedex here. Yeah, so like we've had a bunch of these like special, what are they calling, like the one-off rewind community days where like the Bulbasaur, Charmander, Squirtle. So like the odds that you get those again are gonna be pretty rare. Like even it's very rare to see like Pidgey for like Pidgeot anymore. It's pretty rare to see Nidorans for Nidoqueens anymore. Like I'm still trying to get clefable XLs, but those are once in a while those come up. Mucks are still around, Onyxes are still around in research. I get that research one every like 2 seconds. Coughing is coming up in the thing. Gen 1, there's not a ton of Gen 1 that are like meta Pokemon. Like Dragonite's had a bunch of those, so you probably have that already. And then we go to like Gen 2, Meganium is one that you might want to get. The Owl is still generally around. We'll see if it gets... Oh, so the Owl and Lantern. So that's the thing. Like, as time goes on, you'll probably have opportunity to get Noctowl and Lantern right now. But like as time goes on, those are going to fade out. So if you don't have a good one yet, you might want to start catching those. Because I can see them... Like Mareep is going to be the next Community Day Classic, I think. But as time goes on, like we already had Jump Club Community Day, Quagsire, I can see starting to go away. So eventually they're going to like phase out the second one and start focusing more on these later generations, right? To give you opportunities to get Pokemon in these later generations. But yeah, we're not seeing much in 1 anymore. We're still seeing an okay amount of 2. And then yeah, there's still like a lot of decks missing for these other generations. But now they're doing like primals and stuff like that and megas. So like Mega Rayquaza's coming to the raids. Primal Groudon and Kyogre coming back. So I got to grind a few more of those. I mean, I got to grind a lot more excels for those, but we'll see. There's only so much this game can do, right? I'm actually just going through quickly these generations, and like I'm more on generation like 4 or 5, and we've seen the majority of these Pokemon already. And that's the problem, right? Unless there is a substantial move update, it's not like they're going to be bringing in a ton new meta breaking Pokemon, or like Pokemon that are going to have like significant impact on like that you need to build up. There's definitely a few, like Carbink just came out. That's one that's going to change the meta. But other than that, it's just like already using what you have, and if they get like a move update, plugging them in. But you really should have the majority of these already, unless they're like new Pokemon being released. So that's kind of the state of the game. Like all these events that are on right now, like I'm grinding. I'm not even grinding. I'm catching the ones that I need to catch for GBL, but the majority of them I'm just kind of like, I've seen these 4 or 5 times. I don't care about shinies. A lot of these are not like events that I need to do. If you're a newer player, for sure, definitely grind these events. But if you're like been around for years and years now, it's kind of just like, there's only so much this game can do. There's only so much longer it can go. But yeah, we will keep putting up videos as long as you guys keep coming back and this game keeps going. Like I said, I still like playing GBL. I still do every single battle every single day. But it is like the great, I go over in my video this morning how like the Great League meta you can get by on like 10 Pokemon. The Ultra League meta is a little more open. This meta, Ultra League Fantasy Cup, there was like 8 Pokemon that dominated. So it's just like the league turnovers a week, which is okay, which is helpful actually, but it's just kind of like it's getting a little boring. Please shake this up. Do like an in-season tournament. Do a week of like show 6 pick 3. Do a week of like make something when you hit legend there's like better rewards, or there's like if you make a leaderboard you get something extra. Like they need to do something to incentivize people to play longer, because Like once I hit legend this season again, I'm trying different teams to put out stuff like that, but it's like I don't care. Like I don't want to make leaderboard. There's no point of waiting. I don't need to do anything else. Like, and a lot of people can, not a lot of people, but people can hit legend at like halfway through the season. So then it's just like, so what now? They need to do something to like shake it up, get more engagement in this game. So they need to try and do something different, but I don't know what that is. Anyways, that's it. Thanks for watching. Again, top Great League Catch Cup teams tomorrow. Friday will be looking at all the Pokemon coming out for Go Fest, Saturday and Sunday, so you know what to prioritize. If you are playing Global Go Fest, which I will be, thank you, Specimen Unknown, who bought me the ticket. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.